Hey guys, Katie here from It's a Creek Farm, and today's video is actually a video that I cut out of our garden tour because I've had people ask about our irrigation. And when we first got our high tunnel, I didn't realize that we needed to do irrigation, and when we got the final sign off from our NRCS guy, he's like, "So what you doing for irrigation?" And I was like, "No clue, we'll figure it out." So I feel like we have a good feel on irrigation. We kind of tried some different options last year. And so I will show you what we did for the irrigation in the high tunnel and the pumpkin patch that is north of the high tunnel this year. Just to give a brief description, we ran, I believe it's 3/4 inch orchard tubing line, and it goes along the back wall of the high tunnel, all along the back end of the pumpkin patch. And then we ran lengths of the drip irrigation, drip tape off of that, and then the ends are sealed shut. And on the pumpkin patch, I left the connectors where it connects from the orchard tubing. I left that as just a normal adapter, normal connector, but here in the high tunnel, I did something different. So let me show you, this is clips from our previous video, but let me show you what we did. One of the cool things that I decided to do about our irrigation this year is I decided to put the pumpkin patch out there on the same line as the garden here in the high tunnel. And I did it more specifically so I wouldn't be having to constantly untwist one or make sure the right one is hooked up, that kind of stuff. And so what I did is here in the high tunnel, because these guys aren't gonna need as much watering as the pumpkins outside, especially as time goes on, I put valves on every single line here inside the high tunnel. So this is off, and then I can turn it on. So now this is on, and then I can just turn it off. My reasoning for doing that was because I know that the pumpkins will need specific watering at specific times, and it's a lot easier to turn off here in the high tunnel than it will be to go and turn off all the lines for the pumpkins. And on really, really hot days like this, the pumpkins are outside in that field, and they are a lot more susceptible to water loss or stress from lack of water. And because we do a deep watering here in the high tunnel, these guys will be okay for the most part. So it is really easy for me to just go. I know that these tomatoes in here do not need water 24/7. The peas, on the other hand, need water pretty much during the day. They don't necessarily need it all night. And so I'm able to turn off and turn on according to the plant's needs. The peppers needed water shortly after when the heat started. They needed water more often, but now that they're getting really established, they don't need water as often. The peas definitely still do. The squashes and the melon definitely do. So I figured that the most variables are here in the high tunnel, so it's going to be the easiest to get these guys turned off and on. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.